Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to market session tonight. Sorry for joining a little late. So, without much taking much of our time, let's get into the market. But before then, let me quickly ask, how was last week? Hope you ended the week on a profit. Hope your P&L was positive last week. So, please confirm you can hear me and then see my screen clearly. I'm sharing my screen now. Please confirm. Waiting for confirmation right now. Please confirm you can hear me and see my screen clearly. The truth is, the market has been a little bit funny in the last few days or few weeks since Forex Factory, since the tariff issue started. Since the tariff started, it's been more. There's been a little bit of funny movement in the market. So if you are not making as much as you used to make in terms of pips and all of that, please just calm down. Don't be too hard on yourself. The market has been funny of late. So we are starting with checking the news coming out for the week. Let's look at the news possible for the week. So on Monday, there is no high impact news coming. There is no high impact news coming. At least, um, as we can see here, on Tuesday, same thing. The only thing that looks more like okay, ECB president speech, okay, and then the Richmond Manufacturing Index for USD. But then outside that, it's nothing really much like that coming up. And then on Wednesday, now it's not like they are new news, they are just not high impact enough. They are not high impact enough. So on Wednesday, as you can see, we have one, two, three, four, five, six. We have six high impact news, four of them for euro, and then two of them for pounds. So we have it like that. So for pounds, okay, so we have for pounds, we have for euro, and then the next thing here, um, still on Wednesday. Wow. So that was so all of that's going to happen between 8:15 and 9:30, and then by 2:45 we have USD PMI, flash manufacturing PMI and flash service PMI. Then we have that same day 6:15 for pounds. So one habit I need all of us to cultivate rather, is to always check Forex Factory for the news coming up in that particular trading day, so that you can plan your trade accordingly. You can plan your trade accordingly, maybe to use trailing stop loss, maybe to go in and out of the market before the news, maybe to wait for after the news to settle, for the news to settle before you come into the market. At least you'll be able to, knowing, being hand with the information of what is happening will help you, plan your trade better. So on Thursday we have USD unemployment claim, and then on Friday we have GBP retail sales by 7 a.m., and then CHF, NCB Chashege speak 9 a.m., then card 1:30. So basically, those are the news we have for the week. Please cultivate the habit of checking um, the news, any news app you use daily, so that you can be able to tell what we what we have coming up in that particular day and plan your day accordingly. So that said, let's get into the market, starting with Euro JPY. So the level I marked last week, market you know, did not do any justice to it. You know, what we had there was, as long as it is, it was a liquidity grab. At least that is what. So the there were trade opportunities here. Look at this momentum, this retracement, this momentum. But outside that, nothing much happened for Euro JPY last week. And then for me, this setup is still what I'm going to be working with. You can see the last few hours before the close of market, and if I even go back to one day, the last few days have been very choppy. You can see, you know, it's been rating higher high, but a lot of weeks here and there. So I would rather wait for market to give a clear direction, because it's been in this particular range. As you can see, market has been in this particular range, and I don't trade ranging markets, so I pass for now. And so if I'm not going to even manage to trade a ranging market, to be at the bottom or at the edge of either side of the range, not the one that is at the middle. So USD. So before we get into USD and the BTC, let's check the DXY index. The DXY index, very important to understand, to be able to know what we are dealing with exactly. Okay, so you can see the US dollar consolidated a lot before close of market on Friday. Look at it, there's a lot of consolidation here. So, because we trust in a weaker dollar, we've been having dollar sell for the last foreseeable days and weeks, from the chart. Now, we are likely going to see the continuation of that, but then markets need to give us a clear movement, as what we had in the last few days were clear consolidation. So, if we want to trade the DXY, which is probably trading the US 30, I will, probably be looking for a clear break of this triangle. I'll probably be looking for a clear of this triangle, or pennant, as you may call it, for people that trade shapes. So a bearish pennant, and the next thing we are likely to see is a fall from here. So we can get a fall and a retest of this, we are good to go. So let's double it here. Let's double it. When I say double it, as in let's make another level that will confirm that we are good to go. So this is a good level. So if we have market breakdown, retest this level, we would be good to go. Very good to go. So that's it for DXY. Now let's get into gold and BTC. So gold and BTC. So that's XAU USD, XAU USD, XAU USD, XAU. Okay, we are here. Okay, so we still have a bullish gold. We are still buying gold. We're just looking for. Last week I said if we can see a good retracement, and then we got that retracement, even though it didn't get to where we thought it was going to get to, but it was a you know, good retracement. By the time we go to 15-minute time frame, you will see the change of structure here to buy up to this point. Now, and the same thing happened again. But the good part of this is this has not fully delivered. this has not fully delivered. So we'll probably just watch out for what market's going to do around here. And then, I'm praying, of course, market does not work that way, that we'll see markets, withdraw a little bit so that we can have a full momentum upward. But whichever way we are looking for a buy, just need to make sure that we are buying at the right place. So just that's all we need to make sure of, buying at the right place. But we are not looking to sell anytime soon unless we are selling a retracement. And if we are selling a retracement, we need to be careful. We need to be careful. But let's see what market is going to do. Maybe market wants to come back, do a double bottom, maybe. But we'll be watching to see. But then right now, we should be bullish on gold. So next one and the last for tonight would be BTC USD. BTC USD. BTC USD. So if you look at this, I drew a range. Maybe it was in our last discussion. So I drew a range, and the market is still hovering around that range. So, like I said, I will pass. I don't trade a ranging market. And if you trade a ranging market, I will advise that you wait for market to retrace into any of these boundaries before you take any action. But then, because DXY is bearish, of course, DXY is also consolidating. Don't forget. So if DXY decides to do a retracement in the bearish movement, we might see a little bit of selling pressure on either of these pair, meaning either of the gold or BTC or anything that is against the dollar. But then on the longer term, we are looking at a weaker dollar, meaning dollar will most likely continue to sell, and then which automatically means all things being equal, gold should be buying, Bitcoin should be buying. But currently, Bitcoin and DXY, they are both in an obvious consolidation, and you want to be careful. So you want to look at other pairs to trade. If you have any pair in mind, you want me to check, you want me to analyze, please drop it in the message box. Let me, in the comment box. Let me check that before we call it a day tonight. Okay, so I really don't think there's any new pair. So if you have any new pair you want me to check at any point in time, you can drop a comment on this video, drop a comment on any of my social media posts, or drop a comment on the group on WhatsApp. So I would love to hear from you, and I wish you a very profitable week ahead. So thank you for joining. Happy Easter. Sorry, I didn't say that. Happy Easter, and do have a profitable week ahead. Bye bye.